Alrighty, go ahead and get going here. So, first of all, does anybody use video very often? Like right now, as part of their normal everyday thing?
A little bit.
I don't, not yet.
I'll say this. I tried to do like I was doing a open house one time. I tried to do like a quick little walkthrough video. It's a lot harder than you think. Even because I had an idea, just real quick, just say who I am, say the address. I couldn't get past the address. I screwed up so many times. So I finally just took a bunch of pictures and put it on Facebook and said, hey, come see me. So a couple of things that I've noticed. Tanya Humphrey did one time, and she had her son actually hold the phone and record her, and it turned out awesome. It looked really good, and it just looked a little bit more, I don't know, professional than holding your camera, walking around and stuff. So that's an idea. But we'll go ahead and get into this. It's a pretty cool video. He does talk about doing a coming soon video. We'll have to kind of take that with a grain of salt till we talk to Julie more, because I know GTAR has some pretty strict rules on like when you can show pictures and video and all that stuff. So we need to make sure that we can do a coming soon video before we actually go running out there doing one. But the rest of the videos that are on here are some pretty good ideas too. So let's see.
Our ability to generate listings is foundational for success in real estate. Today what I want to do is I want to share with you 22 ways that you can generate listings.
Video.
I've often said that if 50% of your business or more is coming from buyers, you're a real estate sales.
That's not the video.
If I told you that I could help you add $100,000 to your income as a business coach or a consultant.
This is a win-win. It also gives your potential clients. We all know as realtors we should be doing more video, but what type of videos should we be shooting that's going to help us move our business to the next level? Today I want to share with you 12 videos that every realtor should be making. Now more than ever, your ability to put video content out there that has the ability for you to attract your ideal customer, it's never been more important. Think about it this way. Google is the #1 place that search is done on the internet. The second place is YouTube. The reason being is that Google went and bought YouTube. We're going to talk about some specific videos. We're going to talk about places you can put this on both your social media as well as on YouTube. And if you'll stick around to the end, I'm going to give you 2 key tips on some tools that I use that help me just really expand my audience on YouTube and find your ideal client. The first video is living in your area, what I love and what I hate about living there. This is a video where this is going to draw people that are searching for living in that neighborhood, living in that area, living in that subdivision, wherever it is. It's going to draw those people in because they're going to be curious. What is it that you like and what is it that you don't like? Sometimes negativity actually draws an audience. So what are the things that you don't like about your area? I'll give you an example. Listen, what do people not like about living at the beach is the first thing a lot of people say. Well, let me tell you what they don't like. They don't like the heat and the humidity in July and August in our area. So own it. Let them know that. Let me tell you what else they don't like. They don't like the traffic when all the tourists are here during the holidays. What else do they not like? They don't like sometimes in the seasons when we have all the bugs that we have in this subtropical atmosphere. You see, when you own those things, all of a sudden now you've got a little bit more of a relatability to what you're doing. You aren't just highlighting the best things, you're giving them the good and the bad. It increases the ability for them to trust you a lot faster. The second video is renting versus buying. Now you want to title this in a way that it just draws people. So it would be like renting versus buying in Watercolor Subdivision, renting versus buying in Santa Rosa Beach, whatever it is for you. You want to highlight the area, the neighborhood, whatever your farm area is, whatever the neighborhood, whatever the region is, you want to highlight in your title. Now here's what you're going to do. You're really going to break this down. I'm going to break it into 2 different areas. You've got the people that are in our coastal market are looking at a second home, whether they should purchase or they should just spend a couple weeks and rent down here. Or you've got the people that are primary residents, think about moving to the area, and they're wondering, should they rent or should they buy once they move there? So let me highlight the resort side first. The things we're going to highlight: the value of owning versus renting, potential for capital appreciation. Go and talk about the historical gains that we've seen in the valuations. Also talk about the ability to offset your expenses by renting on a short-term basis. Talk about the opportunity to have that ROI you can't put a number on, which is those framing your family memories, the tax write-offs, all the advantages it is to own versus buying. Once you really start breaking the numbers down and say, okay, well, if you come 3 times a year and you spend this, you can do it for less than that once you have your down payment, and now you've got the potential for capital appreciation. Now let's shift over to that primary residence. What are you going to highlight? I would first start with the numbers. The numbers just make sense right now. I don't know of a market out there where somebody can rent a 4-bedroom house for this, and then when they actually purchase it, their payment's going to be less than that. So you've got the ability right now to show true value in that the ownership not only gives them advantages for potential for capital appreciation, tax write-offs, the ownership, you've also got the capital appreciation, but you've also got the ability to do it for less money. Make sure you're highlighting that rent versus own video. I promise you it's going to turn some stones over and you're going to find some buyers. Number 3 is virtual open houses. There has never been an opportunity. When you press live on Facebook and you go and you're live on Facebook, you have the opportunity to reach people like we've never had before. Listen, I love open houses, in-person open houses. If you're in an area where you're worried about that right now, or you're at a place where you're just like, well, I only get 2 to 10, 12 people. First off, that's 2 to 12, 10 to 12 people. That's amazing. But think about it this way. When I go live, it gives me the ability to hit an audience immediately. Typically, instead of having 2 to 10 people, you're going to have 100 or more people show up for that virtual open house. It gives you the ability to show your seller something you're doing different for them. It gives you the ability to draw a bigger audience. Make sure you're utilizing the opportunity right now to utilize virtual open houses. Number 4 is my favorite places videos. These are videos where you're going to highlight some of the favorite things you like to do or favorite places you like to visit in your community. Listen, if somebody's thinking about moving somewhere, they want to see a highlight reel of some of the places that they're going to enjoy, some of the things they can do with their kids, some of the things they could do with their spouse. This is where you would go to a park, you would go to a restaurant, you would go somewhere that you love being, and you would highlight that. For instance, down here, it would be something like, my wife and I love riding the trails in the state forest. I would actually do a video saying, one of my favorite things to do with my wife on a Sunday afternoon is to get on our bikes and ride through the state forest. Highlight those videos. Or it may be something like this. One of the things that we love to do is we love to visit the farmer's market wherever it is. Whatever it is that you love to do, if you'll highlight those favorite places, I promise you it's going to draw the people to you that you're supposed to work with. Number 5 is coming soon video. If you take a listing, go out to the house. It can be as simple as just going with your iPhone, just panning across the front, or doing a little selfie video and say, I'm so excited that in 3 days when we get the photography back, we're going to be bringing this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, this 4-bedroom, 3-bath, whatever it is, house to the market. Listen, if you're looking for something like this, private message me and I'll make sure I get you the details before we get all the photos back and we're ready to really launch it. It's going to give you the ability really to double-side some of your listings. Also show a little something that you can do different for your sellers that not everybody will do. Number 6 is neighborhood videos. This is where you would take a farm area or maybe a neighborhood that you really love. We're going to go in there and we're actually going to do a video showing a little bit of the highlights of maybe some of those things in that, the amenities in that neighborhood. Maybe it's a pool, maybe it's an access to something, maybe it's a location, whatever that is. Listen, you can do this as simply as with your iPhone, or you can hire someone to do this. Little pro tip here. If you're looking to draw just a little bit more of a traffic to this, especially on YouTube, go out and purchase. For instance, I'm going to use this as an example. Live Oak Subdivision. Let's say you're doing that. Live Oak Subdivision homes for sale. Point that to somewhere that's going to have listings of the houses that are for sale in there. When you get done with your video, tell people to go to Live Oak Subdivision homes for sale, and then it'll give them the ability to see houses that are currently for sale. We use Boomtown on this. It gives us the ability to drive the traffic. They look at 4 pictures, and it captures that lead. This is a great way to add value to your farm, become the expert in that neighborhood, and I promise you it's going to draw some people to you. Number 7, cost of living in Santa Rosa Beach or wherever you are. So this is a situation where people are going to be searching for what is the cost of living. Here's a little pro tip. Go to the neighborhood or the area that is actually feeding the people into your market. What are those feeder markets? So for instance, along Santa Rosa Beach, it's Atlanta, it's Nashville, it's Dallas, it's Houston. This is an opportunity for you to go to some of the governmental agencies that will give you the cost of living details, demographic information, and do a comparison. So for instance, if you're buying this in Atlanta, it's going to cost cost you this in Santa Rosa Beach. It gives you the ability really for someone to do a little deeper dive. The people that are searching and they're going on YouTube or they're going to these places and they're searching for what's the cost of living in whatever your area is, those are people that are getting ready to make a buying decision. Number 8 is about me videos. Listen, people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. Tell your story. This acts as a filter for you. The people that you're not supposed to do business with, that are going to be difficult for you to work with, it will filter them out. But the people that you're supposed to do business with, they want to know who you are. Tell them about your family. Tell them about your background in the business. Tell them about why you love the business, why you love the area you live in, some of the activities you do. When you share this information about you, it gives people the understanding of who you really are and if you're a good fit to do business with. Number 9 is testimonial videos. These are critically important. There have been surveys done now where people that see testimonials, it's just like a friend of theirs is telling them that you're safe to do business with. So what are you doing on these? Do you have past clients that you can go to? Simple as just having your iPhone and just saying, tell me a little bit about your experience. What did you like working with me? Maybe you do this at the closing table and you just say, hey, everybody's happy at the closing table. Now we just share and say, hey, listen, do you mind just saying real quickly what you loved about working with me? You get those little quotes, you use those testimonial videos, you share those, and I promise you're going to get a comfort level with people before you even meet with them. Number 10 is listing tours. Listen, this seems basic, but make sure you're out there, these listings you take, that you're doing a walkthrough video of every single listing you have. It's proof of business. It gives the ability to possibly find the buyer. It's something that adds value to your seller. Doing these videos where you're walking through the houses, it just gives you a library. It shows that you're out there doing the business, and people are drawn to people that have activity and they're doing business. Number 11 is area demographic videos. These are where you would go in and you would say the demographics for Santa Rosa Beach. You can simply go to the sheriff's department and get crime statistics, how it relates to other areas. You can go to the school district and get the information on how the schools compare to the rest of the state and then the rest of the nation. These are the things that people are going to search that are looking to move into the area. They want to know, is their family going to be safe? Are their kids going to have a good place to go to school? What are some of the church details? You see, when you focus on giving them the information before they even ask the question, I promise they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call you to help them find the house. Number 12 is interviewing local business owners. This is a way that you get to give people a little bit of an insight on some of your favorite places, some of the restaurants that you go to, for instance, some of the people that maybe do handyman work. Let me show you what some of these would look like. This would be something like you going to a restaurant, going in and saying, why don't you tell me a little bit about your restaurant? Then when you post this on social media, make sure that you tag that restaurant, that owner, because it cross-pollinates all of your people on social media with their people. It helps you draw some people in as well as helps their business. This is a win-win. It also gives your potential clients the ability to get to know a little bit more about some of the local businesses. I tell you, if you do these things, if you become that digital mayor, so to speak, that we hear about, I promise you, people are going to come to you as a resource for all things, but especially for real estate. As a bonus on closing this out, let me share with you a couple tools that I love. The first one is Keywords Everywhere. Now listen, this is an attachment. They used to have a free version. I think I pay $50 and it lasts me 3 or 4 months. But this is what Keywords Everywhere does. Once I have this tagged into my YouTube channel, when I go in and I do a search, it tells me how many people search that term every month. Now, let me give you an ideal situation. We want to get very niched on this. So we're not looking for the thing where there's 2 million views or 2 million searches for something. I want to know something like Live Oak subdivision. I want to know cost of living in. And I'm looking really for somewhere between 20 views and 1,000 views, and that's on a monthly basis. What this tells me is this is kind of a niche little area. Imagine this. Imagine you find one subdivision, you shoot one video, and there's 70 people that actually go and they view that and they go to search for that, and you can move yourself up to the #1 spot for that neighborhood. All of a sudden now you've got 7 active eyes. I'd rather have 10 or 15 people that are very focused on what the information I'm providing than having thousands of people viewing something that really it's irrelevant to them. These are quick. Ability, really, it gives you the ability really to focus in on the people you want. Keywords Everywhere. It'll be in the show notes below if you're on the podcast, or if you're at the YouTube channel, in the notes below, we'll have a link where you can get some information there. Again, there's some special pricing on all of these. Make sure you check it out. The second tool I use on YouTube is TubeBuddy. Now, listen, what TubeBuddy does, it does a couple of things. It also gives you the ability when you test a title, it tells you how that's going to rank. It gives you a couple of things. It tells you, is this something that's searched for often? And is there much competition? It gives you the ability to understand how you'll rank. The best thing I like also about TubeBuddy is when you get ready to do your tags down in there as you're uploading something onto YouTube, it tells you the most likely. So there's a portion there where it tells you the key terms you should use, the searches that are used for the content you have, so that you'll rank the highest, so that you'll show up when people go into search. This is that organic traffic we're talking about, those leads that you can get without having to pay for them. Make sure you check out TubeBuddy. Again, the information on this is listed in the show notes if you're on the podcast, or if you're on the YouTube channel, it's down in the notes below. Your ability to use video and to provide information to people before they even ask for it is critical right now. I hope these videos help you take your business to the next level. If there's anything I can do, don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll talk to you soon.
Cool. Yes, I did record that. Or am recording, so that way we can go back and check it out. Now, I haven't looked into the things he was talking about there, the keywords everywhere or the TubeBuddy. I haven't looked into those yet. I would suggest just getting used to doing videos and doing, being on camera and stuff before I worry too much about all the numbers and logistics and all that. Just get you some people following and watching your videos before you even worry about any of that. Were there any of them that he mentioned that were kind of a surprise? I mean, because there was a couple of them in there that I never would have thought of, like cost of living video. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Were there any of them that really, anybody else really stood out to anybody?
Up there.
What was that? What was that, Shauna? I didn't hear you.
Go back, everybody.
Okay. The about me video, that was a good idea too. I don't know, you see everybody whenever they're like taking vacation or whatever, and they, show the pictures of the beach, or whatever, instead of just taking like the selfie of the beach, just do a quick video, you know what I mean? Put it for your business pages or whatever. The testimonial videos, I like that one too. That would, like you said, at the closing table, that'd be awesome real quick while you're waiting for your closer out making copies or whatever, you know what I mean? Because you've got that 10 or 15 minute window at every closing when they're doing that. Just talk to your clients, say, hey, do you mind if we shoot a real quick video? Just kind of say what you liked working about with me, what the positives were, whatever. This time they're going to be in a great mood and they probably wouldn't mind at all. And the about me video, I thought about, because if you have your buyer consultations and your listing presentations, if you have those, like if you do them through Google Slides where they're digital, you can actually attach a video to that. So you could attach like a little introduction video, talking about your background, who you are, where you're from, right there in your listing presentation that you can send to them digitally, which I thought that would be a pretty cool idea. And like I said, on the coming soon, we'll have to check with Julie and make sure on a couple of those, because I do know, like I said, GCharge does have some pretty strict rules about, the pictures and all that, when they can be shown and everything.
We can't show them until that's listed.
Right. So yeah, the coming soon video might be kind of I don't know, you could probably do a coming soon video as long as you were kind of like just.
You've got to have it listed as coming soon.
Right. I
And
mean,
it's got to be on the MLS.
as far as like, if you wanted to just do like a real quick, hey, I got one, be going live in the next few days, maybe not necessarily showing the house or whatever. I don't know.
It's a gray area and people
it's
have
like I
been
said, that
sent
one's-
little naughty notes because of it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I would stay away.
Yeah, that one might be a little iffy. So, but there's, like I said, there's plenty of other ones on here. Renting versus buying video. That'd be a good one. And in your area, that's pretty good too. I mean, just when you're out and about, just taking a quick video of like some of the stores are in your area, like, or if you're downtown Wausau, like all the little stores and stuff they got there, just kind of showing what life's like and whatever, where you're at. So, anything else? Anybody else have any other ideas that popped up out of this?
I'm with you. I like the renting versus buying. My son-in-law and my daughter, they just got married in October, but he's lived or rented a home in Lake Valley, Owasso, right, for 4 years. So the seller came, or the owner came to him and said, hey, would you like to buy the property? We'll let your back rent go towards your down payment. And he was like, sure, I'd love to do that. Figured it out. In 4 years, he'd spent $71,760,000 in rent. It adds up quickly. And the seller came back and said, no, I'm not willing to do that now.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing that I thought of, like he was talking about doing like comparison, as far as of course he was there in Florida, so it's a little different. There's a lot more bigger cities right around his area, it sounded like, but I mean, you could do like comparison of like cost of living and that kind of stuff with like Wichita or Oklahoma City, that kind of stuff. Just little videos like that. Like I said, there's pretty much anything that you would like just take a quick picture of or do a quick selfie in front of or whatever, just change it to a quick video. Just think of it that way. And like I said, I kind of agree. We're kind of getting to that digital age more and more so every day. The more people can, like, see you on a YouTube channel or, see actual video, I think that'll, to me, I think that just kind of will help propel you a little bit quicker. I don't know, because I don't know. I just figure it's better to go ahead and get on board with the technology because it's coming and it's already here. Like I said, I think this is a really good way to expand your people getting eyes on you and seeing you. So, which is what mainly it's all about. If anybody decides to try any of these this week, let me know. Let me know what kind of results you get and that kind of thing. I think I'm going to try to do I don't know, the virtual open house is a really good idea. It's pretty easy to just when you first get there, just walk around real quick, take a quick video, and you can attach that to just about anything. I mean, you can attach it to your YouTube page or YouTube channel, or even just on a Facebook post. So anything else anybody want to add? Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah, I like the doing the listing video. I mean, I just took pictures of one this weekend, but I didn't do a listing video. And I think that would be a good idea for people that are listing. Obviously, not release it until it's actually listed, but just do want to have it ready to go. Right.
And like I said, if you get somebody to just even walk around behind you holding your phone or whatever while you do it, it just adds a little bit of, I don't know, professionalism, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tanya did that one, and like I said, it looked really good. And it was just her son following around with her camera or with her phone like normal. But instead of having, the arms length away, I mean, she was actually standing there, in frame and everything. It looked really good.
Right.
So if you can get anybody to do it with you, I think that would help out a lot too. All righty, guys. Like I said, there was quite a bit of information in this one, so I did record it. Before you go back and watch it again or whatever. And then, like I said, if anybody needs anything or you know where to find me. So have a great week. It's going to be warm this week. It's going to be nice and sunny. So hope everybody has a great week.
Appreciate you,
thanks.
Coy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Coy.
Coy.
Appreciate your time.